You wake up, stretch your arms, and swing your legs off the bed, but something feels off. Your knees crack, your legs ache, and by the time you stand up, you already feel exhausted. What if I told you this isn't just fatigue? It's a scientifically documented condition called sarcopenia, and it affects up to 45% of seniors over 60. But here's the kicker. Researchers recently discovered that one simple nutrient-dense food can fight this condition head-on, and today I'll show you how to use it to build stronger muscles, walk steadier, and feel like yourself again, without pills, powders, or expensive treatments. Most people believe that getting older means getting weaker, that frailty, stiffness, and shrinking muscles are just part of the deal. But what they don't realize is that a major part of this decline is preventable and even reversible with the right fuel. At the center of this muscle restoration is a single, powerful nutrient, protein. But not just any protein. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein to build and repair muscle tissue, a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. That means the type, quality, and timing of your protein intake matters more than ever after 60. And yet, most seniors fall drastically short of their needs. According to a 2020 report from the Journal of Nutrition, over 50% of adults over 65 consume significantly less protein than their bodies require to maintain muscle mass. The result? Accelerated sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss, which leads to decreased mobility, increased risk of falls, and a serious loss of independence. But here's the good news. Researchers have identified a highly absorbable, muscle-boosting protein source that doesn't come from powders or pricey supplements. It comes from something far more familiar: eggs. Specifically, pasture-raised eggs, with their perfect balance of amino acids, are nature's most efficient package of complete protein. And they do more than just support muscle mass. They provide leucine, the key amino acid shown to trigger muscle protein synthesis. A groundbreaking 2019 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed adults over 70 who consumed 2 eggs daily with breakfast for 12 weeks. The results were astonishing. Participants showed a 17% increase in muscle strength and reported higher energy levels and improved balance. For a food that costs less than 50 cents per serving, the impact was life-changing. But this isn't just theory. I've seen it firsthand. One of my clients, Helen, age 82, had been struggling to rise from her favorite armchair without help. Her legs had grown weaker over the years, and the simple act of standing had become a daily challenge. We didn't start with exercises or supplements. We started with her plate. 2 soft-boiled eggs in the morning, paired with whole-grain toast and a few spinach leaves. That was it. Within 4 weeks, she noticed her legs felt firmer. Her knees stopped trembling when she stood. By week 6, she was walking her dog again without using her cane. It wasn't a miracle. It was simply nourishment, targeted, strategic, and consistent. Eggs provide vitamin D, B12, and choline, which support nerve health, energy metabolism, and muscle contraction. They're easy to digest, affordable, and versatile. And unlike heavy meats, they don't weigh you down or disrupt digestion, a common concern for older adults. If you haven't been including high-quality protein in your mornings, you're not giving your muscles what they need to thrive. And with each year after 60, the clock ticks a little faster, which means starting now is critical. Because every forkful of the right food sends a message to your body. I'm not done yet. I'm rebuilding. And it all starts with one simple step: adding a nutrient your body has been quietly begging for. If protein is the fuel that builds muscle, then magnesium is the spark plug that makes it work. Without it, even the best diet can leave your muscles feeling sluggish, stiff, and unresponsive. And yet, here's the part nobody's talking about. Nearly 80% of adults over 60 are magnesium deficient, often without realizing it. You might not notice it right away. It starts subtly. You feel a little more tired after walking up a hill. You sit down more often than you used to. Then one day, your calf tightens like a coil in the middle of the night, a painful cramp that shoots through your leg and keeps you awake, sore and shaken. These aren't random symptoms. They're early warning signs that your muscles are not firing correctly, and your nervous system is crying out for support. Magnesium plays a vital role in over 300 biochemical processes in the body, including those that regulate muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and energy production. When your levels drop, your muscles become prone to cramping, twitching, weakness, and even injury. The fix? A simple, crunchy, affordable food most people overlook: pumpkin seeds. These small green seeds pack one of the highest natural magnesium contents of any food, over 150 milliliters per ounce, and deliver it in a form that's easy for aging bodies to absorb. And the results are real. A 2021 study from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed 30 grams of pumpkin seeds daily for just 6 weeks experienced a 29% reduction in muscle cramps and showed measurable improvements in walking speed and grip strength. One of my patients, Rita, age 74, had been waking up with severe night cramps for nearly a year. She'd tried potassium tablets, hydration routines, even stretching before bed. Nothing worked. But after introducing a daily dose of pumpkin seeds, something changed. Within 3 weeks, the cramps had vanished. Her walking pace improved. And perhaps most importantly, she was sleeping through the night again, waking up feeling refreshed, not defeated. It wasn't just the magnesium. Pumpkin seeds also offer zinc, iron, and healthy fats that help reduce joint inflammation, improve blood circulation, and protect aging cartilage. They're like a triple threat for muscle, nerve, and joint health, and yet they're often left out of daily diets. And they couldn't be easier to use. Just 2 tablespoons a day, sprinkled on oatmeal, added to a salad, or eaten straight from your hand, can be the difference between leg pain and leg power. Here's a pro tip. Eat them between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. That's when your body is naturally winding down but still digesting efficiently. This timing helps magnesium get absorbed before bedtime, supporting a calmer nervous system, relaxed muscles, and deeper sleep. Remember, regaining muscle in old age isn't just about exercise or supplements. It's about rebalancing the nutrients your body has quietly lost over time. And magnesium is the most overlooked. By restoring this essential mineral with a handful of pumpkin seeds each day, you're not just easing cramps. You're rebuilding strength, protecting your joints, and reclaiming your mobility from the inside out. When most people think about food for muscle health, they think of land: meat, beans, grains. But sometimes the most powerful healing tools come from the sea, and in this case it's a soft, paper-thin food you've probably seen in sushi, but never realized could reverse years of joint damage and bone weakness. I'm talking about seaweed, specifically varieties like wakame, nori, and kombu. While often dismissed as just garnish, these marine vegetables are nutritional powerhouses. They contain bioavailable calcium, iodine, potassium, and anti-inflammatory compounds like fucoidin and laminorin, substances that are nearly impossible to find together in any land-based food. Why does this matter for aging muscles? Because by the time you hit 60, your joint cartilage begins to wear down, synovial fluid production slows, and even minor inflammation can cause stiffness, grinding, and pain in your knees, hips, or ankles. It's not just uncomfortable. It's a fast track to immobility. And once you stop moving, you lose even more muscle. Seaweed fights this decline from multiple angles. It doesn't just provide calcium for stronger bones. It helps stimulate your body's natural production of synovial fluid, the shock-absorbing liquid that cushions your joints and lets you move smoothly. Even more impressively, it has been shown to reduce markers of inflammation, particularly in the knees and hips. In 2021, a study published in the American Journal of Community Nutrition observed women over 60 who included seaweed in their diet 3 times a week. After just 2 months, they experienced up to 16% higher bone density, significant reductions in joint stiffness, and improvements in balance and posture. These aren't just statistics. They represent freedom. One of my most memorable patients, Elaine, a 71-year-old dance instructor, had to give up her passion due to chronic knee pain. She tried physical therapy, joint supplements, even cortisone injections. Nothing helped. Until we made one quiet change, adding seaweed soup twice a week, a sprinkle of nori flakes on her rice, and seaweed salad every Sunday. 8 weeks later, she was back at the studio, not teaching pirouettes, but moving, stretching, and most importantly, smiling again. And that's the beauty of seaweed. It's gentle, it's deeply nourishing, and it integrates easily into any routine. Add dried wakame to your miso soup, toss nori strips into a salad, or wrap steamed veggies in seaweed sheets for a mineral-rich snack. If you're worried about digestion, try this. Simmer seaweed in warm broth with a slice of fresh ginger and a dash of sesame oil. This boosts flavor and helps the minerals absorb more efficiently, especially important for seniors with slower digestion or lower stomach acid. This isn't about trendy superfoods. It's about reclaiming comfort, flexibility, and strength in your joints using what nature has always provided. So the next time your knees creak or your hips hesitate, don't reach for another pill. Consider reaching for the ocean's most underrated remedy. Because in every bite of seaweed lies a soft but powerful force, one that supports your steps, stabilizes your joints, and reminds your body how to move with grace again. Sometimes the problem isn't muscle strength, it's the disconnect between your brain and your body, when your legs feel strong enough but your movements feel clumsy, delayed, or uncertain. You step forward and hesitate. You go to sit down and feel slightly off balance. That misfire isn't just age, it's your nervous system begging for support. That's why the final food on our list isn't just about muscles or joints. It's about the wiring that controls them, and that food is the avocado. Yes, the same creamy green fruit you might spread on toast holds one of the most powerful tools for restoring nerve health, balance, and lower body coordination. Why? Because avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, which strengthens the membranes of nerve cells, including the peripheral nerves that control your legs and feet. As we age, those nerves can become damaged by oxidative stress, inflammation, or blood sugar imbalances, and when that happens, signals from the brain to the legs become slow, garbled, or weak. The result? Numbness, tingling, shaky knees, hesitation when walking. Even minor missteps can become dangerous. But here's the breakthrough. A 2021 study published in the American Institute of Nutrition and Geriatrics found that older adults who included avocado in their breakfast at least 4 times per week saw significant improvements in posture, foot placement, and walking stability within just 6 weeks. These weren't athletes. They were everyday seniors who simply changed how they started their day. One of my most inspiring cases was Miguel, 79, a retired teacher who came to me deeply frustrated. He wasn't falling, but he constantly felt like he might. His feet felt disconnected, like they were walking on memory, not direction. We didn't put him on a supplement. We put him on a slice of whole grain toast, topped with mashed avocado, a sprinkle of chia seeds, and a touch of lemon. That's it. After just 4 weeks, Miguel came back glowing. His exact words, "I can feel the ground beneath me again." And that's not all avocados do. They're rich in potassium, which balances fluid in your cells and supports smooth muscle contraction. They're loaded with vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects delicate nerve endings from damage. And when combined with omega-3 seeds like flax or walnuts, the benefits multiply, reducing inflammation across the entire neuromuscular system. The best part? They're easy to incorporate. Enjoy 1-3 to 1-2 an avocado on toast, in a smoothie, diced into salads, or mashed into wraps with leafy greens. Morning is ideal for absorption, but even an afternoon snack can help stabilize your energy and support your nerve pathways. Here's a trick I often share with patients. Top your avocado toast with crushed walnuts or sprinkle ground flax on your salad. This combo enhances the absorption of fats and vitamin E, making each bite even more therapeutic. Don't be fooled by its softness. The avocado is a silent warrior for your nervous system. By reawakening the connection between your brain and your legs, it restores something most seniors don't even realize they've lost: the confidence in every step. You've just discovered 4 simple, everyday foods. Nothing exotic, nothing expensive, no powders, pills, or programs. Just real food, loaded with the nutrients your body has been quietly crying out for. Protein from eggs to restore muscle fibers. Magnesium from pumpkin seeds to stop the cramps. Seaweed's minerals to cushion your joints and protect your bones. Avocado's fats to rewire the connection between your mind and your stride. But this isn't just a list. It's a path, a way back to the version of you that walked with ease, stood with strength, and moved with confidence. You might be thinking, it can't be that simple. And yet, when you look at the science and the success stories, the evidence becomes hard to ignore. A 76-year-old woman who thought her cane was permanent, now walking independently. A 74-year-old man who once needed 2 tries to rise from a chair, now climbing stairs without help. A 79-year-old grandfather who couldn't feel his feet, now walking with his grandson in the park. They didn't join a gym. They didn't change their lives overnight. They just changed what was on their plate. One bite, one habit, one day at a time. That's the secret. Not giant leaps, but quiet daily upgrades. Because your body hasn't given up. It's been waiting. Waiting for fuel. Waiting for care. Waiting for you. And maybe today is the day that everything changes. Not because you watched a video, but because something clicked. Because for the first time, the idea of rebuilding yourself doesn't feel impossible. It feels available. So the question is no longer, will this work for me? The question is, what if it does? What if tomorrow morning you added 2 eggs to your breakfast and finally felt full, energized, steady? What if this afternoon you tossed a handful of pumpkin seeds into your salad and finally slept through the night without cramping? What if your next trip to the grocery store is the moment you unknowingly choose a stronger future? Because healing doesn't begin in a hospital or a pill bottle. It begins in your kitchen, on your fork, in your quiet decision to take back control, one nutrient at a time. And just when you think you've done enough, you'll take a few more steps and realize something incredible. You're not just stronger. You're getting younger in all the ways that matter. And we're just getting started.